Hello, welcome back to Pwime Numbewednesdays. I'm speaking very quietly because it's late at night and I don't want to wake up my neighbors. And so what better time to tell you about my conspiracy theory involving the fourth dimension. Thank you for your feedback and your enthusiasm. I'm so glad you like looking at the rectangles. They're very soothing to draw. And so today we'll have a summary of them with more hand waving and less explaining. Here are a bunch of Mersenne numbers with even exponents. Here they are, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And here's what the Mersenne numbers are. So 2 squared minus 1 is 3. 2 to the power of 4 minus 1 is 15. 2 to the power of 6 minus 1 is 63. And so forth. And then here's what they equal. I've just grouped these terms into 2 groups each time so that the first group can be drawn along the top as one line, and the second group can be drawn underneath in a matching line, so we can always make a complete rectangle when the exponent of our Mersenne number is even. Now let's not forget about prime numbers. We know that every odd prime number, so that's every prime except for 2, every odd prime number divides the Mersenne number that is just one back from it. Just one back, one back, one back. And that, of course, refers to the exponent n of the Mersenne number. What is the pattern prime that divides this Mersenne number? 3. 3 divides the Mersenne number 3. What about this one? 5. 5 divides the Mersenne number 15. And this one? 7. 7 divides the Mersenne number 63. And this one? 9? 9 divides the Mersenne number 255? Well, not only is 9 not prime, it also is not a factor of 255. So no, this one misses out, because 9 is not prime. And then this one, 11. 11 divides the Mersenne number 1023. Every time there's a prime number, it divides the Mersenne number where the exponent is 1 less than that odd prime number. Now, last week we were looking for these prime factors in the side lengths of the rectangles. So, for example, 3 is right here, the long side of the rectangle. Likewise, 5 is the side length of this rectangle. On this one, 7 is the short side length. And on this one, 11 is not a side length at all. It's not this one or this one. But because it is a factor of the whole rectangle, it has to be a factor of one or the other. This one happens to be a factor of 33, which is this side length, the long side length. Can we expect to find our pattern prime in any given rectangle on one side length or the other? Let's take a look. Here is a data chart of our Mersenne numbers that have even exponents, and the even exponents are expressed in here as subscript, just for easy reference. You'll see that our pattern primes appear sometimes on the long side, sometimes on the short side. They don't seem to gravitate towards one side or the other and then stick with it. Is there a pattern here? What do you think? Here's where we fall into the realm of pure speculation. What if I do this? The pattern primes appear on alternating sides. Height side, width side. Height side, width side for this particular rectangle representation. And this perhaps might imply that there's a relationship if we were to draw these rectangles not just in 2 dimensions and not just in 3 dimensions, but perhaps in 4 dimensions. Instead of having height, width, perhaps the primes would show up in height, depth, width, length, height, depth, width, length, and have a rotating location as to which side length they're on. So this, I'm calling this my conspiracy theory because really there's nothing to back it up other than just, oh, what if? Primes don't conspire, so I guess it's a non-spiracy theory, and it's not even a theory, so it's just a non-spiracy, I guess we could call it. I was just really delighted with this thought, and so wanted to share this with you. That's it for today. Next week, we'll go into another very simple video answering some of your questions. A few of you have asked me about this particular rectangle representation in the spiral pattern and how it may relate to the Fibonacci spiral. So we can definitely talk about that next week, as well as it's Pwime Numbewednesdays, so let's talk about primes. We'll look at the simple reason why we know that there are infinitely many primes. I'm looking forward to it, and meanwhile, I'll look into this a little bit more and see if there is something to drawing rectangles in 4 dimensions. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.